On the Suzuki TU250, oil, filter change, probably cleaning up the chain a little bit and giving it a wash, and then probably a ride. So awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. A couple of things we're going to be using today is our little oil drip pan, some cloths. We have 2 quarts of oil. It's just going to require about 1.5 to 1.7 quarts. So yeah, some Valvoline 10 weight 40. And to get to the oil drain, we'll be using a 17 millimeter socket. And then to get to the oil filter, we'll be using a 10 millimeter socket. So thank you guys for joining me. Let's go ahead and grab our oil filter. And we got our oil filter here. The part number is 136, so it's usually just whatever brand and then 136, so say K&N 136. So first step is you turn on the bike for 3 minutes, just let it idle, check it, and then it's ready and warmed up and you can just drain it out. So let's get started on doing that. Just to show you, I got my Team Suzuki racing hat on for good luck. And let's get the matte cam back. Who knows if we'll use the matte cam footage, but we at least have it. Okay, so first up, our oil fill. We're gonna loosen this up. Got that. So that's out. Just gonna have a little pad here. Underneath. We got our 17. We'll be going under here. Go ahead and grab paper. We're going to let that oil drain for about 5 minutes. We can go like this to kind of help it drain. Oh yeah, it's pouring. Okay, and while this is draining, we can just talk about the oil change cost. Yeah, typically from a dealer or whatever, this is going to cost quite a bit. For this bike, it's usually about $130 and 130 USD. And then all we're doing is we're getting 2 quarts of oil, using about 1.5 of them. The quarts of oil are $8 a piece. So 16 bucks for the 2 quarts, and then the oil filter was $7. So super reasonable. This is probably all that it has. Oh no, there's more. It's going. Okay, now while that's draining out, that's still draining, we're gonna get the oil filter out. Let's go ahead and put the matte cam back on. Okay, so let's go ahead and get 1, 2, and 3. Your oil filter will hide behind here. I kind of gently loosen these at the same time. Now we can just, you're going to hold this in with your hand and remove these. 1, 2, whoop. That's a sneaker, all right. As you can see, there's still a lot of oil up in here. And don't worry, all this oil will be cleaned up in our wash. We're going to be washing the bike after. I mean, the wash doesn't clean the oil. We'll clean the oil and then get all this like dirt off of it. So let's do that. Let's get some more. Okay, we still got our 3 bolts. All these rags, you don't want to put all this stuff in the trash. I just bag it up, and then when I take the old oil to AutoZone, just take that with you, and I'll dispose of it. Okay, there's our old filter. There's our little spring. Okay. Get a few more just to wipe our hands. Okay, now we're ready to seal the bottom back up. So when you're putting in your oil filter, the little hole will go back against the case, just like that. Cool. So you got a little, I was just looking at that, making sure that O-ring wasn't bent or broken. But your little O-ring just goes around that little piece there, and that will fit there. And then we'll just put this bad boy back on here. Got our 3 little bolts. Okay, now we have our drain plug. Just keep all of our little cloths in one spot. Okay, so we've done the oil, we've changed the oil filter, we've drained the oil, we've put the oil back, oil drain back in there. Now it's time to fill with fresh oil. Now ideally, you'd have a funnel. I don't think I have one. So that's okay. So it's going to be, let's take a look. So at least one of these. So we use one whole one, and then we use the second one initially to about right here. But honestly, I think it takes 1.7. Let's go. The oil going in looks a lot better than the oil that came out. There's one whole bottle with Not a single drop leaked. Here's our second bottle. And let's just go ahead and go up to about 1.5. There we go. Oh, plenty left. Plenty to go. Let's check it out. So we just hit 1.5. Okay, and the manual says with the filter change, 1.6 is the correct amount. When I've done it in the past, 1.65, kind of right in the middle there, seems perfect. So that's what we're doing. Okay. That should be just about right according to my specifications. Cool. Go ahead and close it back up. Cool. We're just going to do a quick wipe down, but that's it for the oil change. To check the oil level, you turn it on for 3 minutes, then turn it off for 3 minutes and let it sit. So this thing is like probably like its 6th oil change, so I'm fairly confident that's the exact amount that it needs. Just get rid of this gunk. It's been sitting out for a while. And then we're going to take it out and clean it. Well, thank you guys for joining me. Let's go ahead and finish up and we'll get started with the cleaning. Oil level's perfect. So let's go ahead and hear it fire up after it's fresh oil change. Oh yeah, sounds great. So I thought we'd just do a little neighborhood ride just to get that oil circulated. Thank you guys for joining me. Bike sounds great.